We need to do a couple of things around the base. So we're going to be doing a bunch of different things this episode. Hello, I'm Otto, and welcome to episode 32 of my Factorio Space Age Guide. So to kind of just jump into it, so I don't know why I didn't really decide to put quality in some of the things earlier, but we are definitely going to do that. So let's just I'm not going to put quality in any of these because they are going down this line, but I can tell this one um, to only grab anything greater. No. I need less than uh, uncommon quality. Um, so that way, this only puts out things that are um, just the regular versions, and then this one can just take anything of that quality. So that is a nice little trick now that we have quality, and then we can bump some quality into that. So I'm just going to control click that in. Pretty much any of the modules, like you kind of want to be careful because like if we were to put this in this machine, which we are, so for starters, the quality cannot go into this. So the inserter shouldn't try to grab the quality item to go into the Mark III assembler. But what's going to happen is when we start using the quality Mark II assemblers, it's going to completely throw off ratios. And like if you have 1 or 3 or whatever, and you need like 20, now how do you kind of calculate like, okay, how many do I actually want? How many do I actually need? A lot of times it's better to have just like a whole whack of quality items of the same ish quality, so you're not having to calculate, all right, now that I have a blue quality, like what do I need? Like now that I have a, but there's some things that just slapping down quality, or let's say having it in your back pocket, is fine. Take beacons as an example. Beacons, it doesn't really matter how many you have. Like the quality is going to largely be this well, okay, so there's two major points. One, yes, this distribution efficiency, but also the lower power cost. Like this is actually massive, especially once you make the jump to legendary. Like that's actually kind of huge. So if you can just put a legendary down, or like an epic quality, which is half the power cost, like that's just a bonus, right? A lot of this stuff is just bonus. So bonus is good. Detrimental is bad. So like big power poles. So this has a higher supply area and longer reach. There will be specific situations where you're like, okay, I really wish that I could have an extra long power pole right here. Like there will be situations on Fulgora, as an example. There will probably be situations on Volcanus. There could be situations somewhere else where it's like, man, I really wish I had longer power poles. We are going to give ourselves the option to eventually have all of that. So there are some things, like we are not putting any quality into any of the intermediates. That's just not, like, we just don't want to do that. Storage, storage increases the size, the capacity, like, and that's really good in some situations, but like we just really largely don't need the extra capacity in most situations, I would say. So yeah, that's not really a big deal. Same with inserters. It's like, okay, well, you need fast, but how much faster? Like these things swing faster. It's not like they have a longer reach, or you know. But we're gonna do it anyways. Why not, right? Belts and stuff, we do not need any into these. We're probably not gonna make too many more research labs, but you know what? Whatever. Repair packs, they last longer, but and another thing to consider, is that if you had, for instance, a quality like normal, uncommon, and rare, white, green, and blue of this item, that's technically 3 separate items. That's 3 separate inventory slots. So same thing. You got to be really careful with some of this stuff, right? Other things, just the quality additions don't really matter. The main reason why we are going for instance, chemical plants is because we are going to be using chemical plants on the space platform. I'm actually not putting any into the electric furnace because same kind of situation that I was referring to. Like this just throws off all of our like ratios. So when we start stamping these down, which might actually be soon, like it's very possible that all of this here was just a complete waste because I don't think that I will need this before I start upgrading these smelters to electric smelters. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We definitely have, okay, the space platform items. We definitely want those in quality. These don't matter. Like this is just health, I believe, or nothing. Yeah, health. Like a lot of the rail stuff. Whoops. Yeah, a lot of this stuff just doesn't matter. Rocket silos are probably fine. Okay, we already put quality into that. Base health again. Train stop, not a big deal. Nuclear. It can give us more energy, but then having more energy means we need to have different ratios with like our heat exchangers and anyway, and the steam turbines. So it's really hard to say yes for some of these. Pump jack is probably a good one that we can say yes to because that is kind of like a standalone item. There's no limit on how much, how many, like how much liquid can go through the pipes. There's pretty much no limit. So the less we're draining, the better. Same with the miners. Like we're not going to use these miners for too much longer, but you know what? Why not? More is always better in that case because they will slowly start to drain over time, and yeah. So I think that's probably good. I'm not worried about anything else here. None of this other stuff really matters too much. And the main reason why I was like, I gotta hurry up and get to this was because of these guys over here. So I am, oh, look at that. We're already, didn't even make a green one first. It just jumped right into the rare. Go them. This is good because we are going to use this on the space platform once we get there, which I don't know how long it's going to be. Like, okay, let me talk about this for a second too. Once we start making space platforms, like you might be like really eager to, oh, now that I can make a like I can launch a rocket and I can make a space platform, I'm gonna hurry up and get to Volcanus. The thing is if you rush to Volcanus, unless you have like a really good ship design, you're gonna have a lot of issues. And the reason why is because tied to purple and yellow science, there's a bunch of like really good things that will help us out along the way, specifically damaging like projectile stuff. Like this is like getting these is, you know, pretty big. The better the damage, the better the survivability of the platform. So you definitely want to make sure that you have these. So at the very least, we want to get yellow science, but we already have purple. Yellow is just honestly just a hop skipping away from bots anyways, so that's not going to be that much of an issue. And since we're here, we might as well queue a couple of these up. Extra robot capacity, that's always a win. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's do the research speed. So the faster the research speed, the less labs we need, but we can always toss some productivity modules in the labs. Mining productivity is always good. And as you can see, this is actually infinitely scalable now. So we can actually, we're not going to do this, but we can just pump that out and continue to let that go. You can see the cost, it increases in 1,000 increments, and that is infinitely scaled like that. We're just going to do one for now. Like, we want to get some of this other stuff. We want blue belts before we go. We definitely want to get to rockets soon. So we're going to add in low density structure and processing units, which are the last two components that we need before we get to the rocket silo. So we're going to add those in. That might be it for now. I guess we could maybe toss some other stuff in. Increased inserter capacity is always nice. Oh, all right. Well, we can do that a couple times. All right, so let's just let that go. We also need to make a personal roboport. I'm undecided if I want one or two, like, because it's nice to have more than one. What do we need? We need batteries. The hard part is kind of like the sustainability of two, because when you have two, you have, well, essentially like like a stronger battery because they have internal batteries. But you also have harsher like drain, I guess. Like, well, you'll see. We're gonna have issues, let's say. So I think I might go ahead and make two. And then we're gonna make some personal batteries. We're gonna make some portable solar panels. So I need actual solar panels for this. Copper plates. And remember, we're not actually going to. Oh, really? Oh, no, wait. I actually need some of this stuff. I don't need gears. I can get rid of the stone. I can get rid of some of this coal. How did you get in here? Did I grab one of you guys? I don't need the heavy armor. Don't need the rockets. I already forgot what all we needed for this. It's fine. It is what it is. Oh, those can definitely go. Boilers by stone furnaces. I don't think we need any more. We're not going to make any more steel furnaces. Okay, that's good enough. So we need copper. And don't forget, like, we're not, like, we don't want to handcraft anything anymore. So we're gonna add some of these in for solar panels. Can I just do the same thing? Need more green circuits. Yeah, we don't want to handcraft anything anymore because if we can get some quality out of it, then we're gonna get some quality out of it. So we're gonna need, all this is temporary. I'm just like, you know, little temporary setup. See, I knew I was gonna need that steel. Thankfully, I didn't really get rid of too much of it. Oh, no, quality. Oof. So the quality doesn't get calculated until the moment of completion. So you could actually say like toss in speed modules here and then right before it ends, put in the quality. It's not like the whole progress bar has to be quality for it to be beneficial or potentially be quality. We're also going to need some personal batteries. And some personal roboports. I'm gonna need, oh, I do need those gears. I told them no gears, and then now I need the gears. All right, what all do I need? Red, more steel and red circuits. So other things that we're going to be doing in this episode, we are also going to attack some biters. I know biter killing can be decently boring. I do want to show off some other methods though. So we're going to have similar to the creep method that we've used in the quality. Similar to the creep method that we've used in the past, we're going to use like the kind of like creep method 2.0. I probably want at least like, I don't know, 12 or 13 of these. And that is all we're making for that. We need some personal batteries. I know this is kind of like, this is kind of lame at times and boring, but it is what it is. This is how we get to personal robots. We love personal robots. So let's toss these in and see, can we even reasonably hold on to roboports? We will find out. In general, I would say if you're using, like, depending on how fast you're going, if you realize that your batteries are full all the time, which you will be able to see down here in the left-hand corner, if you find that your batteries are full all the time, you probably want less solar power and more batteries. If you find that your batteries are always depleting and you can't keep up, then you probably want less batteries and more solar panels. There's no like really good ratio to figure these out or to you know, get what you need, but we're probably gonna start with at least 2 batteries though. So I'm just gonna end that one there. Or 3 batteries, I guess, whatever. I generally don't have any kind of a preference on this, but I do tend to lean more towards the I want more solar panels side. Hey, quality. Let's see what that actually gave us. So that gives us 39 kilowatts for generation instead of... wait, no. Only had room for another one. So this generates 39 kilowatts instead of 30. Sweet. And as you can see, these are ever so slowly filling up. It's kind of on the dark side outside, I believe. I can just see my flashlight. So maybe we'll do 2 more. And get rid of one of the batteries. And then we are going to go have some fun with biters. Why is... Wait, what? What is going on here? Purple? Oh my gosh. Alright, that's fine. Since we're kind of on the let's deal with maybe pollution and stuff train, and get the bots to do things for us, which is always nice. I did not want that. So I'm just going to take efficiency module. I've never done this before, but we are going to try it out. I am eager to see how this works out. I know some people swear by this. Some people say, oh, you're a noob if you do this. You know what? I don't care. We're going to try it out, see how it goes. Right, hopefully I did not miss any. And if I did, not a big deal. Another thing that this is going to do, actually, is this is going to give us access to higher quality efficiency modules for the space platforms. Because as we use up the ones that we have crafted, creating the new ones will be, like, they will be replaced with potential quality, and that's only a good thing. This one, I don't have sight. That's fine, we can use Baby City block. And then the bots can come get rid of a lot of this. Well, it's the stone. Okay, so we'll just leave that to the bots. Did I hit Alt again? I did. Alright, these are done. Let's add those to... Alright, so moving along, let's go get some biters. So we are going to be using the tank, and I am going to try my hardest not to pick the tank up. That is, like, I'm so bad about this. So we need some rockets for personal use. We need some tank ammo for the tank, which can all just be dumped right into there. We need some rocket fuel. Not much. It doesn't take much. Like, we can just... We've got 2 slots here, and then we're going to take rockets for our personal use, and we need some red ammo. We're going to need lots of red ammo. The red ammo is still kind of like our biter killer. Although, you know what? Like, what I really should do is make some flamethrower stuff. Do I even have flame? I have flamethrower here. Why does that feel so expensive? I don't use the flamethrowers very often, but they are very, very good at killing biters. Okay, why? All right, where is the... What? Am I gonna be stuck anywhere else? Like, oh my! Thank goodness I double checked again. Ow. I'm just gonna take all of this. Nice thing about the tank is we do not have to worry about the trees or the rocks. It just plows right through and doesn't take damage from any of it. It's funny later, like later on in the game, seeing the trails of, well, you'll see as I start going through these trees, just the single tank trail behind me. You kind of start to see those on the maps, and you know, when you're out like looking like this, you're like, oh, I can see the line where the tank just... Nope. Oof. That was close. Okay, so we're gonna go take care of some biters. I'm gonna do 2 methods, and then we are going to speed up more biter killing, and then I will come back and end the video. Bye bye, Boulder. You can also run into the biter nests. That's probably... It's kind of okay. It does a lot of damage to your tank. So we're definitely not going to be doing that this round. At some point, I'm also going to take some efficiency modules over here. And I can't give them to the boilers. The boilers do not have a slot for efficiency modules, which is the second biggest polluter besides our miners. But I can still do the coal miners over here, the ones that are left up there. I'll eventually get to these and these down here, so... okay, so... I do not want to attack this thing from the side. I would rather show you this from the bottom. This is quite the chunky nest. So we want to park the tank far away. Like, we can't pick the tank up like we did the car, and we do not want them coming to attack us. I should have grabbed more of these. So we're just going to make, let's say something like this. I'm okay with just tossing like half stacks into these. And we are going to make sure that we have our rocket launcher with rockets lined up. And you can kind of see where the range is based on the cursor. And so we're just going to start poking away at this. Ow, 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 ow. And yeah, that's basically creep method 2.0. Oh, look at that range. That's insane. And then yeah, then we're just creeping up. And yeah, this is the creep method 2.0. This is the method that I used for the longest time back when the tank wasn't exactly the best. Why did you... There's no way. Did I just like miss you? I really seriously need to get some better rocket damage. My goodness. At some point you can basically like two-shot these. Man, those things are strong. Alright, let's creep in a little bit closer. As long as the worms aren't attacking you, then you want to focus on the nests. Once you kind of get within range of the worms, though, you definitely want to start taking them out. Because obviously now they can't spawn any of those. The worms are just cannon fodder now. And there we go. Creep method 2.0. A decent amount of ammo used. No gun turrets lost, although that's not a big deal because, as we have determined, they are expendable. We have quite a few of them. We could actually even just start throwing them out there willy-nilly for bait. Like, honestly, I could pile a bunch in the tank and be good to go. Okay, so the tank. The tank has multiple weapon slots as well. The main tank cannon. The machine gun, which uses our regular ammunition, and the flamethrower. Yeah, maybe, you know what, I'll eventually get the flamethrower. It's kind of fun to play around with, but... so we are not quite to the point where we can one-shot these yet. You kind of want to zigzag when you're doing this, but we're kind of just aiming for anything that's not the biters that are chasing us. We will just allow them to continue chasing us. And then once we get to the point where, you know, we're either we have too many on us, or we're, you know, too slow, or about to die, or whatever, or in fear of dying, we will still use the tank cannon to kind of get rid of the big blue biters, like this. Try to kind of coax them into a straight line. And once the last one's dead, swap over to the other gun and shoot these down with the machine gun. that is my general method with the tank. It is pretty effective. Once we get, okay, so we have personal roboports. I did not grab any robots. Normally, if you're going slow like this, the robots will attempt to like repair your tank. You can turn off personal roboports down here, which is very, very helpful when you're dealing with stuff like this. Okay, so I am going to clean up some of the edges. I'm not gonna go over, I'm not gonna do over here just yet, but I'm gonna clean up some of this. Um, so I'm gonna speed that up, and I will see you on the flip side. And we're back, and we arrived back at the base to find that we have a little bit of a problem. So let's clean this up real quick. This stone brick is not supposed to be here, so let's find. It's coming in on the steel line. Oh, there's our problem there. All right, well, it is what it is. So let's just clean this up real quick, and then we will end the episode. Oh, it goes really deep. So I will just. I'm holding F to collect all. There's more. And then we got to get some more off of these lines. And then I'm just holding F to get rid of the stuff, and then we will get the bots to come help us out when we need to get rid of the rest of it. Oh, wait, no, that was actual. Okay. Whoops. That can stay. The steel, here we go. Alright, and that looks like it might be all of it. You know what, I'll take that back. Thank you. It's like, why is our research not going? Okay, so that is going to be it for this episode. I think in the next episode we're going to work towards yellow science. I want to do some train stuff coming up soon too, so we're going to put some stuff down for yellow science. I might try to squeeze in blue circuits and lower density structures in the same episode. It might be a little bit of a longer episode, but I'm going to have kind of a build for LDS that we're going to use, or LDS and circuits that we're going to use. And then we can just kind of like copy and paste for the version that we need for the rockets. So I'm going to have some over here and some over here. I've never really split it like this before, and it's probably really not necessary. But I do want to have this be like distinctly for, like strictly for these rockets. So we are going to do that in the next episode. We're going to work towards at least the blue circuits, but maybe also the lower density structures. Yeah, and if you've been enjoying my content, well, you know what to do. Come join my Discord. The link is in the description. I will be posting some Discord exclusive content soon. Not much, just, you know, a little something to say thank you for joining, and we've been having some conversations back and forth. Yeah, so that is it for me. I will see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.